Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Redskins coming in at 5-0, going up against the Riverhogs, who come in at 2-3.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland Riverhogs and the Washington Redskins. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And some room to work. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Detroit! Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Green, 39. Green, 30. No. Check. Patriot. Back gun.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Gun!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And oh, he coughed it up. It's going the other way. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
All right, now look at 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Strong right.
Now let's go. Green.
4 down.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Two times. Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. McMillan. This is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And he puts it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 3.
Now let's go.
3 down.
Green, 30.
Off play action. McMillan, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Leopard, set.
4 down.
On third down, McMillan. And he's going to go down again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Double tight. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down following the run.
Double tight. 4 down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mike 4.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Right. Watch tight end.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. McMillan. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Got double tight. All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Two times. Hey, guys, check
Now let's go. Green 30.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McMillan. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
We got 4.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
And to give this time to the tailback. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Woo, woo! Yeah, baby!
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hurry up, here we go.
Hey,
3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Now let's go. 3-19. Detroit! Hot!
Watch that.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now back to throw. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Left back 99 Philly, here we go.
Shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on first down. McMillan escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now let's go. Green.
To throw on second down. McMillan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
Man left. 4 down.
All right, here we go.
4 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Double tight, double tight. Even.
Here we go now. Blue, 90. Leopard. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. McMillan, he's going to look deep down. This is caught at the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Two times.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey. Four down.
To throw on second down, McMillan. And his throw is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Four down.
Here we go now.
To throw on third down, McMillan, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Well, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter.
Double tight.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Blue, watch it now, Barney.
Check.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's low. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he One of the bigger targets on the field. The tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield.
Here we go now.
Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Run to the ball. Run to the ball. Run, run. Woo! Okay, baby, I see you.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back here right after this.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Leopard. Leopard. Now
Go
let's
down,
go.
go down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Six guy. Check 6 guy.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319.
Single.
319.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Over. Set. Blue landing.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 50. Past the 20. And touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, Good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right.
Watch the slant.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
All day, baby.
Leopard.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Don't be mad.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Double tight, double tight.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, McMillan.
Let's go.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. McMillan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. The Seahawks have scored in that one, and they retake the lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Got double tight, double tight.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Detroit!
They come out here in the eye.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Check 13.
No. Check. Patriot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Right there. All day, baby.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
Looking to throw. McMillan. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 56. 319. Over.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Single.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
They'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain.
Two tights.
Here we go now.
Check.
Green.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second down following the incompletion.
Crash.
Set. Blue 90.
Hey, man. Watch.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
Three down. Shift. Watch
All right,
the
now, lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come come back now, start over again, and grind it out.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. McMillan out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. McMillan in the middle of the field. He's got Nelson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
We got 4.
Set. 3-9. Detroit.
Back to throw. McMillan, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there, he's tight right there.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Check 4.
Looking to throw on second down. McMillan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Kill.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMillan. Throw left side complete. That's Wilkins. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight on the right, tight on the right.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
We got 4 down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Leopard, here we go now. Blue 90.
4 down.
Blue 90. All right, now, look at 56. Green 36. Green 39. Leopard.
Check safety.
Leopard.
Hey, switch gears.
Back to throw. over the middle, complete. That's low. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
3-19. Come on, D. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Check. Here we go now. Green 3.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 19. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so
Here we go
far.
now. Green 39. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Take it.
Leopard. Now let's go. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
Watch the run.
I got it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened here. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Room to run past midfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Looking to throw. McMillan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's able to put it through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.